Hey guys, how's it going? I'm not sure if I should be streaming today, because my mind isn't all here right now. I'm like off in another world. I still have a little bit of a headache. Just a little bit. It's not like pounding like it was yesterday. Went to bed with one and woke up with one. Same spot, too. And I slept in a little bit, but I can still at least start on time. This title screen music is so good. I say it every time. I mean it. Yeah, I'm kind of tired. Last time we got a bunch of items, a bunch of unique gear. What the hell is the Low Crusade? I don't even remember. Oh, it's Ellie's quest. Find the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group in Byzantium. Oh, I didn't even know there was a step in Byzantium. Oops. Oh well. I'm not going back there. Because the insurance company is here. On Monarch. I'm falling behind on all the streamers and VTubers that I follow. Because I'm watching GDQ. I'm only like a little over halfway through the GDQ videos. I do.
Where'd it go, Cap? Hit! Mess with us.
I don't think there's much to explore out here. I guess you only get the sneak attack bonus when they're not actually aggro, which makes sense. That's a mushroom. That one's sleeping. What?
We're vaccinated.
There's even more.
Together, Cap.
It's hard to tell if I miss sometimes because they survive. It's like, wait a minute.
Feels like the old bits outside of Edgewater. Used up, unneeded, left to settle into ruin.
Don't bother knocking on any doors. If anyone's inside, they're liable to respond with gunfire. Here we go.
There's never a reason to come up here. Well, I guess vantage points and Raptidons can't reach you up there. I don't know why I'm crouching as if you get a damage bonus from that. I don't think you do. They sound like hydralisks.
Here we go. Nice work.
Okay, Mr. Damage Resistance. Excuse me. Been like extra flummy lately. Hey guy, arms building key, we need that. Just go through her. I think that door we could have just picked, but there's another one that we need the key for. Kim. That's one thing I would prefer mouse for, is just picking stuff up. Sanjar has a bad habit of padding his reports of numbers and statistics, not very good with slogans, jingles, and/or taglines. Presentations tend to be dry and lacking in emotional appeal and funny references. Sanjar also displays a noted tendency to complete work rather than delegating it, a trend unbecoming in upper management. All in all, Sanjar's work habits suggest a preoccupation with details and a startling lack of vision. We cannot recommend him for further advancement. Needs improvement in the following areas: interpersonal communication, brevity, delegation, idea generation. Apparently Grant used to work for, or Graham rather, Graham Bryant. Used to work for the board. Erickson Dora. The hell was that gnome sound? Oh. You can actually turn off the glow around items, and I just can't imagine playing like that. Just not knowing where anything is in these dark areas.
Hello? Hello? I hear boots out there. Wait, can rats wear boots?
Snarl like a raptidon.
Get away!
I'm just messing with you. Who's in there?
Oh, thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Hux if you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Meta Queen showed up. Then Raptidon. It was a void-blasted mess. I ran in here, and, now the door's locked. Little help?
You got locked in? How?
It's easier than it sounds. sounds, alright? Next time you get chased by raptidons, you let me know the rationality of your decisions.
Well, I need to get in that room.
Phew. Thanks, lady. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Maybe it's in a rat belly. Gross.
Seeing as you're trapped, you may as well answer a few things for me.
Sure. Beats not answering questions.
Who are you?
Huxley. I'm an iconoclast runner. The iconoclast runner. Fastest we've got. Ain't a raptidon on this void-forsaken hellhole that can catch me. I'm... Sorry. Put me in a tiny room like this and I'm liable to flip. Not keen on tight spaces, you know?
Tell me about the iconoclasts.
Oh, that'd be my people. Graham and Zora and Milton and... I really miss them. You gonna let me out of here? I want to get back to Amber Heights.
So, get locked in closets often?
My buddy locked me in here. I told you that. It was for my safekeeping, on account of raptidons wanting to munch on my head. But, I mean, okay, yes, fine. I get myself into sticky situations. It's just part of the life, all right? Sometimes you gotta hide in a trash can so you don't get eaten by monsters.
Wait, really? I wasn't serious.
Oh, neither was I. Who'd hide in a trash can? Gross.
I'm looking for a Bolt 52. Any lying around?
Probably. I don't know. When I try to read things, my mind gets to wandering about all the things I could be doing instead.
Right, back to the door.
Get me out of here!
I think I found it.
Oh, much obliged.
Beep.
Ah, phew. Thank you so much. It was getting all stuffy in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights.
Still landing yourself in trouble, eh, Hux?
Oh, hi, Nyoka. You mind giving me an escort back home? Oh, you're traveling with someone. Never mind.
You sure you're okay to travel?
Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy, and hey, who's your identical, slightly blurry friend?
Wow, that's evil. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, lady.
Bolt 52 cartridge. That doesn't look like ordnance. I guess maybe that's the point of the ladder, is you can just go around. Like lockpick the door. So I think you can pick that door, it's just a really high check. These people are still flagged as enemies. I guess that's just never going away.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome.
I don't even know what I'm looking for at this point.
Well, I see you've had a sobering effect on our friend Neo.
Sir, please stop.
Forgive me, Celia. I couldn't help myself. Anyway, what can I do for you?
I found your review on a terminal in the arms building.
You weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it.
Yeah, you sent me into a Raptidon-infested mess to clean up after you.
I didn't mean for any harm to come to you. This has been my albatross. The great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years, I was a joke to them.
Sorry, muted for a second there to very loudly clear my throat. Your left kidney.
One of the executives required a transplant. I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects.
Did it?
Apparently not.
Who cares what they think? You're in charge now.
In charge of a scrap heap of a city. Abandoned by the board and surviving only through the hypocrisy of our trading partners.
And you made it work. That's more than anyone can say for these execs.
I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something else?
There you go.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
You made it sound like you were setting me after a weapon.
But that's exactly what this is. The world isn't changed with guns and speeches, much as Graham and his followers would like to think, but rather with meticulous documentation. And the bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 is one of the most formidable pieces of data entry in all of Halcyon. One false stroke can invalidate the entire document.
It's true. One of the old execs gave herself a stroke trying to fill out the exemption section.
What does the Bolt 52 do exactly?
For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
Spare me the details and just tell me what comes next.
Corporate espionage. How was that, Celia? Did I sell it?
Your best delivery yet, sir.
Kind of spoils the effect if you have to ask.
Getting ahead of myself again.
Happens to the best of us, sir.
So this plan of yours?
I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch. Illegally and in secret.
Those bastards. Leave us to our perils, then come back just to reap what they can.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
Sandra, you sly dog.
You really think so? I admit I've been hatching this scheme for quite some time. I just needed someone capable to help me carry it out. If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
I know how to make people talk.
Oh, I imagine you do. But as much as I love your can-do attitude and dangerous gravitas, Catherine handles all of our shipments. So it would be best if you could leave her in one piece. Is that how you people put it?
Watch it with the you people.
Of course. I didn't mean to make assumptions. Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead. Or someone working there. That would do it.
Infiltrate a secret corporate base and kidnap the staff. Sure, easy.
A foolproof plan if I ever heard one. I'll leave the execution to you.
That's actually where one of the science weapons is. I think it's here. Right here. So it'd be more efficient to just go straight there, but I'm gonna go all the way down to Fallbrook first. Actually, I'm gonna do the Iconoclasts first. We'll do Fallbrook next stream. There's so much to do on Monarch. Like I said, we're gonna be here a while.
Did you have a sweetheart in Stellar Bay?
I had a fling or two, sure. But on Monarch, relationships...
Don't mess with us.
Oh. We didn't get the rest of that conversation, but...
As I was telling you, I had a fling or two. But on Monarch, relationships ain't usually meant to last. A lot of fools tried to impress me, feigning bravado in the wilds, thinking they'd catch my attention with their stories. It was cute. Not so cute when their act got themselves munched. You know what's sexy? Confidence. You know what ain't? Disembowelment.
Depends on who you ask. But holy crap! I wish I was still zoomed in for that. He went flying. Yeah, a lot of canids here for some reason. I want their plumes. God, where did this one even go? Just went flying. Here's its head. Or one of their heads. Yeah, that way just loops back to where we already were, so I don't need to go there. Normally I would go over here and get a fast travel location, but we can't fast travel, so... That's gonna be a pain for later, so I'll just leave that area. We'll just do it all at once. I think there's only the one quest over there. Tucker. Still can't get over that. Yeah, I already went down here anyway for the other quest.
Watch your feet. The poker things don't just stink. They'll take your toe off.
Wraps. I'll just leave them. These fuckers aren't dropping anything. I think Nyoka's is actually a higher level. Yeah, level 20. 65, 58. So the Mark IIs actually don't do more damage, it's the level that determines damage. Mark IIs just have more slots. So I could give her a barrel and a magazine effect. You could put Speedy Mate on this and have it fire even faster. This does more damage, but it has less DPS though, so I don't know what's up with that. I think it might just be the fire rate. I think these ones fire faster. Actually, can I check? Rate of fire. 9 point whatever. 16, yeah, this shoots faster. So I guess it's just preference at that point. Like, this assault rifle is just better than the Spacer's Choice version. I don't care what anyone says.
Nice one.
I'm supposed to kill you.
Nice one.
Toss ball cards on them. Yeah, we'll be getting lots of combat XP here just because there's so much to fight. Raptidons everywhere.
Ready for this.
That's why I like canids, because they're easy. Hope you like this music too, because we're gonna be hearing it for a while. No. Okay, I said I was afraid of the marauders here, but that's only if you get their attention and they start shooting you. Because as we learned early on, bullets hurt. Especially when they're tipped in acid. Because all these guys have acid rounds. The lookouts just don't drop anything. Just period. Where's that lead?
That's how it's done, Captain.
The ragdoll physics sometimes. I missed! Cute. There we go. You ever get a high caliber sniper round just fly past your shoulder? What was that? I don't know where that mechanical landed. It's just gone. Or up there. Where's this lead? Some dudes being dudes. Hey, no. Get out of here.
Great.
That's not what you want to see, is a big guy with a flamethrower lumbering toward you. Especially not when you have plasma weakness. Flames hurt. The tilted orientation of this room is disorienting. How's this thing doing? 73%? I put the stream notification as shooting bugs, but we haven't seen any bugs yet. There's Amber Heights. It's not much of a gate, you can just climb over it.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the Iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the Iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it.
Who are the Iconoclasts?
Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems.
No problems. What about Raptidons and Marauders?
Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep.
One big happy family, huh?
That's a nice way to think about it. Graham would be our father. I suppose Zora might make a good mother if the two of them could stop arguing. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them.
Tell me about Graham.
Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth. I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying.
Tell me about Zora.
Well, she's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you.
Where can I find them?
Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door.
Why are you here and not in Stellar Bay?
Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a spiritual metaphor, something about rising from the ashes.
Got it. Hey, before I go, I'm looking for a Tucker. Have you seen him?
The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Also, the music here is one of my favorites in the game. Not as much as the Emerald Vale theme, but I still like it a lot. Oh shit. Here it is. Deadeye Assault Rifle 2. I'm sure we can just find one, but... I'm just gonna buy it. Oh, and a better version of the Ultimate Bolter. I didn't even know you could get a better version of this thing. It's real expensive. Yeah, damage-wise, they're about the same. Like, if I repaired this, it would be pretty much the same. But this has... Like, this only has the Exacto sight, whereas this also has a magazine and a barrel. And it just comes with an Exacto sight, so I don't even have to put one on. Exacto sight is awesome because it has the same zoom as the Extendo sight, but you also get the post-armor damage effect, so it's just a straight upgrade. And this just comes with one, so it's like, hey.
Seems like a nice little town. Except for all the dead critters.
The folks in Amber Heights always manage to find a bottle or two of the good stuff. Keen scavengers, I tell you.
If you bring Max here, he's just super upset, always. Don't have any mods on me. Get Tinker to make it even better, too. Oh, it hasn't actually lost any damage just yet. So yeah, that's a pretty good increase. I don't know if this one like does anything special, but oh, that's right, I can't. I can do or cheat. I'll give this like 3, maybe 4 attempts. I want to try to make it pristine. Well, it's not that long of a load. It just doesn't want to happen. There we go. Cool. See, I don't need this anymore. Get repaired anyway. So even unmodded, it's still better than this. I thought you could compare. Yeah, this is just better. Maybe now I can one-shot those, so I hate how that doesn't update. Like, it still shows the wrench that it needs repair, even though it doesn't. Like that. You have to manually update it.
I think we can mount this.
Like a rapt among the rocks.
I have to be careful and pay more attention to what I'm just mindlessly stealing. Like just a single armor part, that doesn't matter. Howdy.
Great work.
I think you can just steal the armor off people. This is Huxley's terminal. Stay out. That means you. There's a lot here. If you care about it, feel free to pause and read. I'm not going into all this. Suck sulfur. It says there's new entries, but there isn't. Hi.
This armor itches something awful.
Good to know. It's just a I'm still comparing. How do I uncompare? There we go. Actually, I was thinking about it.
I ought to mention, the Iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
Everybody here looks wore out. Just me?
It ain't right. How many good folk we gonna lose to our missions?
That's just the way of it. We gotta earn our keep out here.
That don't mean we ought to be following her into the jaws of a manticore.
You'd rather sit on your thumbs and starve?
No, all I'm saying is she gotta be more careful throwing away lives like that.
bastard. Good thing Zora needs tendons.
Also haven't had to bring up our death counter in a while.
Sure.
Manti infested. Ointments, gauze, a lot of booze.
On my way.
I don't have time for this.
A mantiquine?
Yeah. We felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hits.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Van Orns are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... Ah, let's talk later. It seems we have company.
Howdy.
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one. Welcome to the Iconoclasts.
I should have brought Max here. He's got a bunch of dialogue with Graham. But you can look that up. It's not that easy to just switch people and come back here with no fast travel. What do you teach?
The truth that I have come to learn and embrace since shedding the corporate yoke. Out here, we survive by the sheer strength of our spirit. We have no need for the endless rules and red tape of a corporate structure.
We do seem to burn through endless ammunition and medical tape, though.
Yes, well, such is life. Our descendants will enjoy safety and luxury, but our generation is the foundation on which that future is built. Now, why have you come?
Tell me about the Iconoclasts.
The Iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our own beliefs, all petals on the same flower of enlightenment. Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate exercise of a poisoned society where people are enslaved by a corporate ladder. We seek to replace their way of life with ours. Philosophism is the key to unlocking their shackles.
Is this why the board is cordoned off Monarch?
Oh, yes. Gunships hover in our skies, ready for the day they decide to come to our doors waving banners of war. The perception of visionaries is often tainted by the lies of their oppressors. A sad state of affairs, to be sure. All right.
heard people mention an Amber Heights massacre. What happened?
I'm sorry. As long as it's been, I'd still rather not speak of it. That was a painful day for us all.
Can only imagine, sorry I asked.
It's fine. Perhaps someday I'll be strong enough to recall that tragedy, but today is not that day.
Want to know more about your teachings?
Awakening is available to all whose minds are ready to accept it. What would you like to know?
What do you mean by an awakening?
The point of no return. When your mind fully opens to the eternal truth. Every philosophist experiences it along the path to enlightenment. For many, it is the first brush with the cold of death, when they realize that all of their lives have boiled down into the single truth of that moment. Mine was witnessing my friend and colleague transform into the very evil we sought to combat. Now he runs MSI, just like the overlords before him.
But his workers enjoy much more freedom than those of the board.
Their leashes may be longer, but their collars are just as tight.
I hear the word eternal thrown around a lot. What is it? Actually, let me go back to this. So, Sanjar betrayed you, you turned to religion, and now here we are.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. Another is that misfortune often brings opportunity. I found my path through the tragedies of my past. Ah, the eternal. We are all part of the consciousness of the cosmos. Each of us plays a tiny role in the universe's continual journey toward understanding itself. You and I, and the rats and the mantis swarms. Divinity is in us all, and the eternal is that divinity.
Even OSI, are their members similarly divine?
Everyone, regardless of ability to believe, is another facet of the universe contemplating its own existence.
But I don't believe in any of this. How can I be divine?
Everyone.
Oh.
Regardless of ability.
It just goes back into that. I see. Do you believe in a creator?
Not in the sense of a single entity, fashioning the universe as a whittler fashions a flute. The universe came into being over time, organically, naturally, and without purpose. In that sense, I suppose you could say that, in the interest of finding its purpose, the universe itself created all living things.
Right, but what started it all?
Questions like these are distractions. It doesn't matter whether an entity sparked the universe or not. Only by pursuing the eternal truth will we find these and other answers.
I don't know, it just sounds like dodging the question, but sure. Never mind.
All right.
Never mind again.
Why have you come?
Just looking for ways to help the people here. Anything need doing?
A great many things, in fact.
We could always use a hand rounding up supplies.
Or... Now here's an idea. There's an old printing press I've been trying to get up and running.
Why? A printing press on Monarch?
Oh, yes. Many facilities lie abandoned in the wilderness. I believe the press could be operational again with a little elbow grease and luck.
Sounds to me like a nifty little challenge.
Such enthusiasm, yes. I agree wholeheartedly. Our own little fixer-upper. Will you aid us in our cause?
Sure.
Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Forget it. Huxley's still recovering. She won't be up for a run for a while yet.
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead.
MSI supplies you?
One of our sympathizers. A woman named Carlotta periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup.
Where, Huxley, the runner from the northern ruins? I helped her get out of there.
So you're her mysterious savior. She sings your praises.
That girl and her songs, so eager to learn, so bright-eyed, so tone-deaf.
Rude. Where's the supplier?
She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north.
I'll be back.
Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham, if you need me, I'll be in triage.
Oh god, everyone's in the way. Yeah, Graham is a little blinded by his, vision. Doesn't really put his people first. Oh dear. Again, you can read all this if you want. I'm not going through it. We'll be here all day. Oh, and there's so much here too. I did read all that the first time I played, and I've forgotten all of it, and I kind of don't care anymore. I can't steal any of this without getting seen.
Sorry about earlier. Graham and I don't always see eye to eye. Besides, we just got our asses kicked in the ruins. Not a great time to yammer on about his printing press.
Does seem wasteful to buy press parts rather than food.
Hey, you got some decency in you. Careful. That's rare around these parts, and folks are liable to try and take advantage of it.
You run the triage clinic here?
Yeah. Name's Zora. I've been patching up the iconoclast since day one. Whenever Graham's lack of foresight gets someone hurt, I get them back on their feet. If I can.
So you're a Sawbones.
I was a long time ago. Over in Cascadia. Rizzo was trying to sweeten up animal parts, and often that meant a lab coat got bit. Now I'm whatever I need to be to keep these folks from bleeding out.
What happened in the ruins?
The Mantiqueen showed up out of nowhere, and I guess the gunfire attracted raptidons. It was a damn bloodbath.
You found a queen that far north? Wish I'd been there.
You and me both, Nyoka. We could have used the help. Listen, unless this is urgent, I need to oversee the wounded.
Talking to me is always urgent. Need any help?
You want to do us a favor or two? Go talk to Bronson. He's always looking to pass his work off on someone else. For now, I gotta get to the wounded. Welcome to Amber Heights.
I like these crazy rock formations.
Do you ever worry all that ammo in your berth might combust?
What? Wait, that's... It can do that?
All it takes is a little bit of black powder next to a lot of bits of fertilizer and one real hot day and... I've seen it happen.
I don't know what's more unsettling. The concept of my ammunition spontaneously combusting, or the fact that this is the kind of thing you think about on the regular.
Hey, Bronson.
Welcome to the Emporium. I'm Bronson.
I'm Danica. You run a store out here?
It ain't really a store. Think of me more like a quartermaster, and a chef, and a handyman, and whatever else we need.
A quartermaster for the Iconoclast?
We gotta eat. Eating means hunting. Hunting means armaments. We used to let people take what they will, but then some idiot shot some other idiot over cards. So Zora set up a system. You fuck up, you don't get to buy gear. You play nice, you do.
Fair enough, let's trade. Let's trade stuff that I totally didn't steal from your camp. Wink, wink. Hey, Mag Pistol Ultra. Oh, here's the rocket candies. It's got a lot of stuff. See, once again, Iconoclast gear that's like super weak. Look how bad this assault rifle is. I don't understand. Oh.
What are you about?
Anything I can do to help you out?
Yeah, plenty. If you're the type to fix a thing or two, I've got a couple reports I need to follow up on. The pipes up on Milton's house burst. Someone needs to shut them off. Then there are the cables outside the bar. A sprat chewed through them, and now they're spitting lightning. Then there's the old guardhouse, outside town on the way to the old Bayside Terrace. Someone needs to reset the comms breaker there.
Wow, things are really falling apart around here.
That's one way to look at it. Another is, those are the only things in this whole fucking town that are broke. Maybe we appreciate that.
Mister, there's something I've been wondering since we got here. How do you protect your wires from sulfuric degradation?
Oh, easy. Most of the wildlife here seems to tolerate the sulfur. So we wrap our copper in wrapped bits. Hides, tongues, whatever's pliable.
Huh, that's creative. Alright, if I get a chance to fix things up, I'll update you.
I ought to tell you. Most of these systems are routed through one of our terminals. You might be able to handle some of them remotely if you know your way around a computer. We sent Milton out to check on the comms tower a while ago. Ain't heard back. I'd wager he got 8.
Where's this terminal?
Up the hill. It's right on the cliff's edge.
What job did the board assign you when you came of age? Bet it was something real neat, like professional flexing.
Wilderness patrol. Plenty of folk traveling on foot out there, even back when there were roads. I protected them from raps and the like.
Gosh. And here I was jawing about how I was watching your back. I'm probably more like to get in your way.
Everyone needs someone like me.
Ah.
Even me. Even if I ain't keen to admit it sometimes.
Game. Now I can just walk around it.
Be right there.
Oh, hello. Good to see you again.
You made it back.
Damn right. Ain't nothing in the wilderness can stop me. Except being locked up.
How you holding up?
Well, on the way back, I twisted something in my leg, foot area. Where does my foot end and my leg begin? Wherever that is, it hurts. So, no runs for me for a little while. Time to kick back and relax.
How'd you hurt your leg?
I did a dumb thing. I was trying to get away from a terror ray. Usually, you can just get a ways from their nest and they'll stop following you. But this one was really persistent. Chased me for, I don't know, forever. Scratched me up black good. I barely got away. Then I tripped over a void damn rock. A rock! Not even a slippery one.
How long will you be out of commission?
Till it stops hurting, I guess. Zora says I'll be fine in a month or so.
Without the kicking, I assume.
Huh? Why?
Your leg?
Oh, ha! You're funny. Oh, hello.
Found your terminal, fixed it up for you.
What? Oh, in Milton's place? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Me and my diary have got some catching up to do.
Trash cube.
Yeah, look at him. He just keeps making them. You're fucking weird, Carl.
I don't think he can hear you. He's in the zone.
The trash cube zone.
You gotta admit, they're convenient. Fit together real nice.
Trash is trash. I don't care what shape it's in.
I guess.
The trash cube zone. So here's Tucker. I think I need Persuade for Tucker. Arcing electricity at the bar. Science remotely shut off the power going through the bar's side panels. I haven't heard from the Rapt House. I need more hack. Dear Diary, I need more hack. Door sealed. Engage remote force door. Oh shit, hold up. Hold on. Let me get my hack gear. Hey Zora, figure out how to add work orders to your diary. Eat it, Hux. More long guns. Alright, more headshot damage. Maybe now the Raps will die in one hit.
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I call you, stranger?
Captain Danica.
Welcome to Amber Heights, Captain. Call me Tucker. You here to join the Iconoclasts? Help us free this world?
You're a new face too, huh?
Yeah, to Amber Heights anyway. Only got here a few weeks ago. Was living in Stellar Bay before then. But I can't tell you how great it is to finally be free in the walls.
Want the walls up to keep everyone safe?
Screw safe. I've had enough of playing it safe to last me a dozen lifetimes. A body's not meant to live such a guarded life. Everybody needs a little danger and excitement, something to live for. That's what you get outside the walls. And if you're lucky, you find a cause worth bleeding for.
Oh yeah, this guy's gonna bleed out here all right.
If I do, it'll have been my choice, damn it. The Iconoclast taught me that it's okay to be free to make mistakes.
It's a pretty strong reaction to the topic of safety.
Sorry about that. It stems from some, family trauma. I don't want to talk about that, though.
The subtitles are missing a boat. I don't want to talk that, though. Free from what?
Why, from the yoke of corporate tyranny. It's what all us Iconoclasts strive for, with Graham at the helm. We want unfettered freedom, not the lies that MSI tries to sell in Stellar Bay. True escape from all rules and constraints. You want to know more? Listen to Graham's broadcasts. He's been tucking up a storm, working to elevate the minds of all the corporate drones in this colony, getting them to rise up.
You're describing pure anarchy. Rules are needed for people to coexist. No rules or limits sounds like a utopia.
It is. Just look at what a paradise Amber Heights is. We could take this world... No. Galaxy-wide. You really should talk to Graham. I think you two would get along swell.
Yes, Amber Heights is a paradise, whatever you say, man. Tucker, you're Agnes's little boy from Stellar Bay?
I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades. No matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision.
She made it seem like you were in danger, asked me to rescue you.
According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
I mean, that's fair. Running away is for cowards. You need to face her and show her you've grown up.
She doesn't want to see me as anything other than her baby boy. Why would I go back again? What'll be different this time?
You've survived outside of Stellar Bay for weeks. Show her the skills you've learned.
You're right. I can do this. I just need to stand my ground and make her see she can't control me anymore. No one can.
Hi.
Captain.
I'm gonna switch to this gun just because it looks nicer.
Ugh, my stomach. I don't have time.
Raptidons are very blue on the inside. So my first playthrough, I never picked up Felix until the end of the game, and I was like, "Oh man, is this guy our final companion?" Just look at him. I thought he was going to be like our heavy weapons guy, but no.
Never seen you before.
You sure about that? You're so drunk you're barely sitting up straight.
I may not remember today tomorrow, but I damn well remember yesterday now. Wait, I mean... Nah, that's what I meant. Nothing on this moon for nobody. Just a lot of heartbreak.
It's Demo Man. What's your story?
It's pretty simple, kid. I sit at the bar, I drink, I mind my own business. That's it.
Aw, I usually always do this, but can't. I'm not strumph enough on this file. Ever heard somebody saying you were the best to ask about the real Monarch?
Whoever said that must have been lying. Or maybe they was drunk. I don't know nothing a dozen better folk couldn't tell you. Look, you want to buy the drinks, I'll do my bit to keep you entertained. Just don't ask me to dance.
Heartbreak, what happened to you?
A great many things. I'll tell you what. You want to listen to an old man ramble? There might be a job in it for you. I used to run with a squad of mercenaries here. Good folk. A fella named Lamont introduced me. Thing is, I ain't seen them in an age. Stands to reason they got themselves ate.
Mercenaries, what'd they do?
Mostly we protected folk from the beasts here. If it spat, scratched, or stung, we'd kill it for you. So long as you had the bits. We split ways around the time this twice-fucked moon got abandoned. Thing is, I got myself some fond memories. We had some keepsakes of ours we kept in a lockbox. And I've been thinking about seeing it found.
You want mementos? What, photographs or...?
Thereabouts.
What if they're still alive?
I'll be glad for it, but I ain't stupid. This planet tends to get people killed. I just want some closure.
Can't you find them yourself?
Getting on in years, kid. Legs ain't working like they used to. Sulfur burns a little too long in the lungs. This joint's looking like my last home.
Alright, one lockbox coming right up.
Appreciate it, kid. I'm marking outposts on your map. You spend a lot of time out there. Might be a good place to start. Here's a key for the door. If you got in your mind that I want company, you're wrong. Nothing on this moon for nobody.
Buy yourself a drink.
I can't repay no kindnesses now. Alright, so. I reckon one of the most interesting places I've been is the Hot Pole. You know what that is?
I can make a guess. The hottest place on Monarch is probably the closest to Olympus.
Exactly. This moon ain't big enough to rotate. It's locked. One side always facing Olympus, the other always facing away. Olympus might not be a star, but it throws off assloads of heat. Monarch's hot pole is the part that's closest to the gas giant. It's in the middle of this big mountain plateau. Volcanoes so high the peaks are in space.
I there's no air, how did you survive?
O2 breathers. The heat from Olympus is worse, though. Close your eyes, you can see rays bursting through your eyeballs. Little streaks of light. The funny thing is, then in the middle there's just smooth rock. Circular-like. All the dust blown away. Pale gray with hair-fine cracks all over. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was lightheaded from the O2. But I felt like I had to take off the breather for a moment. Put my ear to the ground.
It's hot enough to boil water and you put your ear against a rock?
I did get a burn on the lobe before I smartened up. Put a towel under me. It was at the edge of hearing. Deep down. Far off. Irregular. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. The sound of a bird pecking out of a shell.
That's fucking terrifying.
When there's a groundquake now, I hold my breath. Because I don't know if it's Olympus squeezing us for gravity, or wings getting stretched.
Okay, Kiara.
I won't decline it. So, you know about the ocean? It's where the monarchists keep their salt tuna.
Monarchists? I saw it in Stellar Bay, didn't know it was a whole ocean.
Goes all the way around the moon, at the twilight band. On one side, the volcanoes at the hot pole, on the other, the storm wall of the cold pole. Nobody knows how deep it is. Never needed to. The salt tuna keep near the surface. What's more interesting to me is the tides.
If Monarch's locked so one side always faces Olympus, how are their tides?
Nobody's asked me that before. The way I hear it, it kind of wobbles back and forth. The ocean sloshes side to side as it does. On account of how big Olympus is, the tides are monsters. When it's low, the ocean pulls back miles. When it's high, entire islands go under. It ain't so bad in the bay. Likely why they built a city here. But one morning I've gone a ways east. Tides are out, and off in the mud I see something catching sun.
If you're gonna tell me sunken alien ruins, I'm gonna be real disappointed.
I figured it must have been some corporate boat gone aground. Or maybe sunk by storm. Good salvage, right? Legit. Standing out there in the mud, miles from any place, is a circle of silver columns. 6 of them. About 2 stories tall. Seamless metal. While I'm standing there in the middle of them, my ears start pounding and I see shapeless things. Out of the corner of my eyes. Gray. Disappearing when I look straight at them.
So now you're telling me you ran into space ghosts. Great. Coast to coast, even. Sounds like the effects of infrasound. Makes your eardrums and eyeballs vibrate.
What kind of gobbledygook you talking? Alls I know is, I was scared half out of my brains. About then, while I'm cussing into the dark miles from shore, I realize there's another sound in the distance. A roaring off in the night. The tide's coming in.
You dumbass.
Definitely one of the stupider things I ever done. It gets up to my chest before I start out pacing it. But I didn't stop running until I was on something real damn tall. The weirdest thing? I went back the next low tide. Flew out with an AG loader. The columns were gone. And I've never seen them since.
You sure you went back to the same place?
Sure as I can be. The moral is, the tides here will kill you if you ain't careful. So stay the fuck away from the water.
He's probably bullshitting, but I'll let him have his fun.
I'm near out of stories. You'll have to enjoy this one. I told you before about the hot pole. The point of T of Monarch, closest to the gas giant.
And later you mentioned a cold pole and a storm wall.
The cold pole is the side that always faces away from Olympus. That's where most of the water is. Big sheets of ice. The warmest it gets is 40 below. So you got one end bitter cold and the other boiling hot. That's why there's constant wind, and why we have the storm wall.
You keep mentioning the storm wall. What is it?
Where the hot air from one end meets the frigid air from the other, you get storms. You go far enough towards the cold side, you'll see it. A wall of ice cliffs. Giant sheets cracking off into the sea. And overhead storm clouds, thick and rolling. Snow and ice on gale force winds.
And yet you thought seems like a great place to visit.
In my younger years, I liked the idea of seeing something nobody else bothered to. Standing where no one else ever would. I was a stubborn cuss. I trudged through the storm wall. Had to do it in one go. If you stop for half an hour, you get buried. It was night when I made it through. 90 below and falling. Perfect dark, stars by the million. Forgot to breathe.
Sounds impressive.
It was, but that's not why I almost died. It was cold enough that CO2 froze out of the air. CO2 is what makes our brains go, you need to breathe. So I was standing there, head going all swimmy because I wasn't feeling no urge to breathe.
Good thing you didn't pass out, you'd be dead.
Yeah, unconscious, asleep. Well, your body's got no urge to breathe on its own here. You're gonna die. People can live all sorts of places, and survive all kinds of things. Too cold to want to breathe would be a mighty strange death.
Got any more stories? I'm buying.
Nah. Go out and live your life for a bit. Do something, I don't know, exciting.
Hey, thanks, man. I like him. Raptidon brains. Sounds disgusting. And here's the not upgraded shitty bolter. What the hell? Thirsty already?
Moving.
Do I already have one of these? Eh, whatever, I'll take it. I was about to be real mad if that was a Mark II. I already bought one.
Be right there.
All I'm saying is it ain't worth it. It's gonna taste like sulfur all the same.
Nuh-uh. Taro's got that sweet blood.
So? You gotta boil it or you'll get sick. Then all that sweetness takes to the air anyhow.
Nah, don't boil it. We're gonna get sick all the same. Might as well enjoy it.
Don't boil. Want the runs?
Better than tasting sulfur and dirt every damn day.
You all got different Saltuna here on Monarch. Ain't that neat?
You come to Monarch and that's what you're excited about? You ought to get out more.
I'm getting out right now.
What are you buying?
Hey, fix all your stuff.
I'll be damned. Thanks for doing that. Here. Zora sets aside a bit or two for people who help out. Before you ask, no, it ain't pay. Just being generous to folks who do a good turn.
This hasn't updated. Oh yeah, we did fail the quest. Forgot about that. Since we're already here, I kind of want to go down to Fallbrook. Just because we can't fast travel per se, but we still can go to our ship and then travel to each landing pad. And there's one in Fallbrook. It's kind of like the middle of the planet. And it's right there. See, I'm gonna do that. Let's do Mr. Pickett's biggest game, because that's along the way. Let's find some Raptidons to test our new sniper on, too.
South here. Off the road and down this slope. We've got a decent trek ahead of us.
Oh, hang on. Actually, let me get this armor.
Miss McDevitt used to say that plants need sulfur to grow, and here there's just tubs of it lying about.
It's the wrong gun.
Roy, take you!
Not even a scratch. Get it off! Ah! Get it off! Get it off!
You're fine. That didn't damage my armor.
Roll together.
I like how their heads just go fucking flying. Bunch of terror rays.
Warning? We're up vaccine.
Mr. Pickett, question mark?
seen a sick queen before.
She's kind of like breakdancing. Mr. Pickett's journal. Ill-timed trip to Stellar Bay just before the hazard clause went into effect. Rip. We'll wrap it down, so that's a mega.
Moving.
Well, he got completely delimbed. Honestly, I think the shotgun would be better for them than the heavy machine gun. The shotguns in this game are busted. The hell?
Hey, over here. Well, I'll be. You lost too, miss?
You look like one of the villains from, oh, what's that series called? Is it Far Cry that I'm thinking of? Nope, just exploring. Who are you?
Name's Elroy. Elroy Booth. Pleased to meet you. I've been out and about, making deliveries for the Fallbrook folks, and I seem to have gotten myself turned around.
You able to find your way back out?
Oh, sure. I'll get on out of here soon after you do. If it's all the same to you, I'll wait till you're nice and out of sight before heading back. Can't be too careful after all. You go on. I'll see you out in the wilderness.
I got my eye on you, buddy. Suffers from poliatosis. I don't know what that is. Only 600 health? Oh, I wonder if that's the guy who runs the shop over here. Because on one of my files, that shop never opened, and I was like, where is this guy? I think that's him. I think you have to find him first before that shop opens. I guess I'll find out. I'll have to remember his name. Where's the other guy? Whoa. He has an arm. Where'd the other guy go? There he is. There's the other lady we saved.
Oh, hey there. Thanks again for getting me away from those marauders. Oh, last time I was in the city, Sanjar was singing your praises about a bolt something or other. Suppose that warrants a discount. You want to buy something?
So are you an independent merchant, or?
No, don't be absurd. I'm based out of Stellar Bay, but I cater to our more, trailblazing clientele.
Surprised you're so chipper about working out here.
Hey, life's too short to be worried about danger this and careful that. I'd rather just do my job and try and enjoy it.
You ever tell me how you got captured?
Oh, it's nothing out of the ordinary, really. I was on my way to Fallbrook and got jumped by insane, bloodthirsty cannibals. It happens.
We're not the best equipped. Been scouting for
Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink. We're only halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in.
Thanks for helping MSI set things straight around.
I've heard that guy's voice.
Fresh blood at last. Stellar Bay could use some.
I've heard that guy's voice for so many. Also, there's a dude up here. Let me go save him real quick. For so many different characters. Is that a Mega? No, it's just a soldier. A couple soldiers.
Here we go.
They're no match for an acid weapon. Wow. Oh. I was like, oh, there's one in hiding now. Just weird ragdolls. Ooh. Antiquating. Who else is hiding here? I see another dot. Just a pillar. Get up. Yeah, now that we have an acid assault rifle ultra, mantisaurs aren't a problem. I still have to be careful because they do a lot of damage, but yeah, they're not much.
Hello there. A word, if I may be so bold.
What's up?
Well now, here I thought those mantisaurs had peacefully exited the premises. But you're a simpler explanation. Thanks for the assistance. Name's Weston. Every once in a while I set up shop along these here roads. You find yourself in need of resupply, you come on by. Care to purchase a thing or two?
I've never actually seen this guy, like, in a shop anywhere. If he does have a shop, I don't know where it is. Oh yeah, the Iconoclast heavy gear is actually really cool because it doesn't have a decrease to stealth. And one-handed melee is always nice. There's another guy to save down there, but I can't really get there from here. Let's just go to Fallbrook. Actually, what's up here? Is there anything out here? No, look like it. Oh, actually, I keep getting sidetracked. Let's head over here. Just trying to be, what's the word? Efficient with, There's a Mega Mantiqueen. And some Raptosaurs? Or Raptidons, right?
Okay, going quiet.
Yeah, now I can one-shot these assholes. Or not.
That's how it's done, Captain.
Yeah, I guess the phobia just decreases my damage output so much that I can no longer one-shot them. Which sucks. Okay, you guys like wait over there. I gotta put this queen down.
Here we go.
There she goes.
Heading back.
Mega Mantiqueen. Sorry, not sorry. Where is this thing? Oh, it's like way over there. I thought it was closer.
Look northwest. That ain't it, but marauders sometimes camp inside the buildings there. Steer clear unless you fancy getting shot. Westbound still. I'll let you know when we can start ascending.
Oh, hey.
Went all right.
I wonder how ridiculous a melee build, like a pure melee build, would be on this difficulty. I just can't even imagine that. Hard, sure, but this, nah. No checkpoints. No thanks. $150 for just some shitty mods and shitty helmets. Like, why? I don't understand that. It used to just be 100. Why did they increase it so much for nothing? Like, there's nothing worth coming back for that. For that big of a cost. Okay, let me just... As much as I do love this game, there are some bizarre design choices here and there. Of peculiar note is that the name Ash is nowhere to be found. Nanner spank. PJ says you bought tickets for all of us. You didn't have to do that. I owe you. I don't know that I'll ever be able to pay you back, but thank you. To mention it, I'm attaching cords for the waterfall camp. Grab your gear and meet us by the sunup. We're finally out of this hellhole. Oh, that's why I thought it was down there. You just have to come over here first, that's all. Hold on, is it? It's up there, okay. Dead guys. Why are there so many different factions here? Skull. Find a small lockbox. Alright, these are injured now. I'm gonna go back to these. I'll grind trying to get those pristine on my own. Alright, so next time we go back to Amber Heights, we have a thing. For now, let's go to Fallbrook for real. There's a bunch of quests we can do there too. now I'm upset that I missed the Ellie step in Byzantium, because I didn't even know there was a step there. I've never seen it. I kind of want to see what the dialogue is, but I could just look it up if I need to. Hey. Hang on.
That's the last of them.
This. I'm kind of hungry too. Let's just eat this, like, canned pasta out in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure that's delicious. Maybe it's like Earthbound, maybe we have some flavor packets. Actually, I'm one of those weirdos that eats pasta, not completely plain, but with just cheese. Like, just slather it in cheese and I'm good. Howdy.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits.
Tell me about the amendment.
No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. She'll set you straight. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your needs, patron.
Where am I? What is this place?
Guess it's true. Fallbrook really is the best kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous spacefaring traveler. Understand?
Sure.
Swell. We like quick on the draw types like you. Saloon is straight back and to the right. Once you're feeling sated, you're welcome to a private cabin. Only $250 a night. Ms. Malin can let you one if you're interested. She's the one who runs this racket.
Ilya sent me. Where is Catherine?
You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? That sounds ominous. Yeah. Ms. Malin won't like that a whit.
Breathe, it's okay. Just point me toward Miss Malin.
She's not but just down the way. A 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise, Ms. Malin don't take kindly to interlopers. When I said sprat, I didn't mean the sort with whiskers and a tail.
Time for a round of whist. Or a round of whiskey. Or both.
I don't like the way folks are looking at me, Captain. I got my sandwich. Maybe I could stand a little closer to you.
Haven't heard this song in a while. Kinda missed it. Hey, boys.
Keep walking, Rungleech. What are you looking at?
You have the same voice. Oh, and this asshole. Actually, I guess this guy's my least favorite character, not Sanjar.
Take a gander at that mug. I ain't ever seen someone so adept looking my whole life.
Watch yourself, Captain. This guy's got eyes like a sprat set on stealing your dinner.
Well, that's awfully kind of you, mister.
Oh, now, come on. All I mean is, well, rather that, you don't seem like the usual pigeons we play. No offense, of course, if you are a Byzantium goldblood. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. Might I interest you in a surefire scheme? Wink, wink.
you just say wink at me instead of actually winking?
Don't believe I did. No? Wink. Pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, cheaper sprats.
That's a stroke of sheer brilliance, lie one.
See? I know a fellow genius when I clap eyes on him. Too right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived from their latest run. As I was saying, you look more capable than most of the hoople heads around these parts. What say you locate him and retrieve the goods for me? In return, I'll cut you 5% of the profit.
Where should I start looking for your missing sprat carriers?
I run my sprat carriers back and forth through the shipping tunnels near the waterfall. Ought to check there first. Good luck. And don't get any ideas about pilfering the drugs for yourself.
Before I agree to this, I want some questions answered.
Hit me. I won't even hit back.
Punch him in the eye. What do you do around here?
Officially, I keep the books for Miss Malin, provide loans to the Byzantium Goldbloods for gaming, and oversee our drug running operations. Speaking of, might I interest you in a purchase? I'll give you a first-time discount. That's 5% off and a free drink at the ante up. You're welcome.
Sure, why not?
A shrewd decision. Here's your starter pack and your drink voucher.
Just an Adreno for 150 bits. Oh. Rip. Elia sent me to meet with Catherine Malin.
Wow. You're either an extremely important person or slated for a slow and torturous death. I do hope it's the former. Either way, you'll find Miss Catherine Malin straight back in Malin's House of Hospitality. Right. Now, like I said, me being a generous man, I'm willing to offer you a cut of the profit.
Not like I have anything better to do.
Was that sarcasm? I'm going to assume it was not. If it's sarcasm, you've got to show it somehow, like with a wink. My sprat carriers scurry back and forth through the shipping tunnels. Any trail ought to start there. When you've got the goods, I'll be here.
Hi.
Okay, keep it quiet.
What are you looking at?
You.
Not so fast. I'm ready for this.
God damn it. Haven't seen any of those story loading screens in a while.
Oh, well, this is certainly a town, I think.
Fallbrook's great. Anything you want, they've got it. So long as you've got the bits.
Trouble? Yeah.
What?
We're all standing in weird. Weird
As I was
positions. Where's that other thing I stole?
They'll never see us.
I think this is part of Max's quest. Hello, new game tag. What's up? First person I've had in here in a while. One of these houses is for Max's quest. I don't remember which one. Actually, I can just check. It is that one.
You seen Arthur today?
Nah, last time I saw him was stars. I can't remember. Days.
You don't think he got crushed during the bridge collapse?
It was his team running that drop. Sure puts things into perspective.
Now Arthur. Howdy. Are you gonna stroll on by without so much as a yeehaw? Can I reach these without getting seen? There we go. I think I can get that. Nope, just out of range. I don't think that's actually a person, because my viewer count didn't go up. It's not going there just yet. It's not going there just yet either.
My dry goods come 75% guaranteed mold-free. Was that 75% mold-free? No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
Boy, this guy is ugly. And he has... somewhere, here it is. He's got two things. Sublight datapad. Can't believe we found fucking Alavitae gas in a hibernated Rizzo lab out in the dust bag. Lavitae? Olavitae? Whatever it's spelled. It's worth a shit ton. Who the fuck used that to make candy?
No refunds, no exchanges, no returns. And no whining about it either. If you bloody it, you buy it. Store policy.
Who's the top dog in these parts?
Town sublight owned and run. Caters to a variety of clientele. The one you want to avoid pissing off the most is Catherine. Prove bad for her business, and she'll kneecap you without a second thought.
Town built into the side of a mountain. You don't see one of those every day.
Yeah, and? Do I look like the city planner? I wasn't exactly consulted on the blueprints when Catherine started building out Fallbrook. But now that you mention it, I reckon she had her reasons to hide us.
From who? Monarch is a lawless land.
We got smugglers, outlaws, mavericks, and Byzantium socialites flying in and out of Fallbrook all the time. Why openly spit in the board's eye?
Why the socialites?
They're so self-important the way they strut around, preening and flashing their pricey gadgets. Makes for easy marks. Keeps our pockets lined with bits.
Right. Sublight plasma knife. It fucking sucks. Sublight sniper rifle. It also fucking sucks. What's its noise range? 3.5. So pretty quiet, but still not quite enough to be a stealth weapon, and that upsets me. So I can't get that assassin perk. Officer Spine Gold. I'm just holding out for a Vortex Mace. Man, a lot of stuff here we could steal if you weren't here.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Can you not see I'm walking here?
The hell is that? Like gold makeup. And you know he's not the first character that has had them, but...
Physically, you mean? In my mind, I have traveled galaxies. Well, it is of no consequence, I assure you. I shall embark shortly with my legs.
To where?
I'm not entirely decided. If I'm being honest, I think I'd fancy a visit to Tartarus, so long as it's under the shield of my fantastical imagination.
Aight. Do you wanna like do it somewhere else, like steal all this stuff? Yeah. So there's Catherine. Her place, anyway.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine sent you back here? On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order?
You got any glacial aged whiskey?
No, I don't have
I
any...
slurred all over that.
If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets.
What can I bet on?
Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. And neither is Catherine. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk on paying.
Folks I never met before are my most favorite kind. So, what's your story?
Well, it's the strangest thing, really, but I was frozen in space for 70 years and then one day.
Let me just stop you right there, stranger. My question, it's not one I really want an answer to. Not unless it accompanies some extra bits. Understand?
I understand, alright.
Splendid. We appear to be of the same mind.
You do serve drinks at this bar, right?
Your eyes do not deceive you. This bar serves the sweetest firewater in all of Fallbrook. I got some snacks on offer too from time to time.
It's a sublight bar?
If you're asking if it's Sublight owned, then yes. If you're asking if we give discounts to Sublight employees, then the answer is not only no, but doubly no. Ms. Malin built the bar, the saloon, and the town to boot. If you got business with Sublight, I suggest you follow up with her.
That's all she has. Here's Catherine. But before we talk to her, oh. Well, let me just...
On my way.
No.
Hey, moving out.
Wait out there. Oh, goddamn. I'm gonna need that terminal key.
Coming.
Making tracks.
I didn't mean it. Stay out there. And see all this. Oh, there's another ID cartridge. Just in here.
Heading back.
My dearest pain in the ass. For a good month now, I've been blind dropping supplies to an anonymous buyer. The payment's clear in view, on time, and the supplies are religiously retrieved from the bridge to the north of Fallbrook. My suspicions warn me we might very well be dealing with a corporation, one operating on Monarch illegally. The opportunity for exploitation is ripe, and I find myself itching to strike. Advise now or forever hold your peace. Your most favorite salvager, Mailer. I don't want to see business details, especially not on record. If there's something I abso-fucking-lutely need to know, send a courier, someone we both know. Otherwise, handle it yourself. You can call them Alex Hawthorne. They're not the Hawthorne that used to do follow book runs, but I don't care, neither do you, right? Pain in the ass.
Uh-huh. You blind, little bird? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
Catherine, you're as welcoming as ever.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise.
I've never had charms, I've never been able to... Yeah, you're real friendly.
I do so try. Might try more for you. 'Cause I like interesting folks. So what are you in the market for, stranger? I got vice, virtue, and everything in between. Well, I'm half listening.
Actually, I'm the fixer for your sublight problem.
Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia.
I found a passcode on a corpse in Stellar Bay. I guess it grants access to the extraction site?
Found it on a corpse, huh? If you killed Lilia's agent, you get to explain it to her. Not me.
He was dead when I got there.
Well, shit. I knew he'd come to a bad end one day. Still, no time for weeping and wailing. We've got a metric fuck-ton of bits worth of salvage just waiting for extraction.
Right, the Altai-Vitae stuff Lilia mentioned.
So you got a brain on them shoulders. Excellent. Makes my life a world easier. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe.
Define safe.
Meaning safe for me and my crew. Seeing as it ain't us undertaking the risk.
Remind me what Altai-Vitae gas is exactly.
Do I look like one of them egghead science types? All I know is that labs use it to create plants and livestock out of local species. But it's a controlled commodity, available only to the board, so it is of high value on the dark market.
I can get it done.
I do like your gumption, but let's not be hasty.
This could be Coinbase
To
trap.
get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through, or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system?
Our Sawbones Alley could probably cook something up.
I shall leave the details to you. Now, after you clear the mantis nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead.
The plasma option sounds fun. Good thing we have an engineer. Parvati will handle it.
Load vapors into a liquid propellant tank? I think I know how to do that. No, I can do that. I think. Yes. Mostly? Definitely.
Dandy. Did I mention the gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it with the utmost of care. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. On the terminal, use the passcode you got from Stellar Bay to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course.
I might be interested.
Good. This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that.
I get the feeling this is going to involve murder and mayhem.
Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid fucker who's gonna get it for me.
What specifically do you want me to do?
Kill him, run him out. I don't rightly care for the details. So long as Clive knows resistance to me is costly and futile. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut, or his production lines ought to make do.
Any tips on how I might get in?
If you got brass knockers, you could shoot your way through the front gate. If you don't fancy getting shot to shit, you can try asking Duncan for a disguise. Might be another way in, assuming you're courageous enough to trek the sewers. Void if I know.
Say I wanted to sabotage the factory.
Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery.
And if I wanted to kill him?
Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means, just the end.
That's good.
It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be. How's Clive?
Sandra said something you know about a corporation operating in secret on Monarch?
Might be I know something about it. Might be someone hired my crew to blind drop supplies on the Northern Bridge. Might be they sure as shit weren't pirates. Now that I consider it, I ain't heard from my delivery team in far too long. Find them for me, and I'll pay you handsomely.
I'll check it out.
And I'll thank you kindly for it.
Oh, my light just blinked. I'd like a room.
I take it you don't have a reservation. No matter, I keep a suite of VIP rooms for visitors of your, let's call it a certain means. The VIP rooms charge by the night, but for you, I'll make it a one-time fee. Got a feeling you'll make me a fine investment.
It's 342, consider it sold.
Marvelous. Do take care of the place. Maid service won't clean after a murder.
Aye. We've got a bunch of tasks to do.
Catherine's great, ain't she? She'll pull you out of the sulfur, so long as you don't mind being in her debt.
You know how there's folk who are all crusty outside, but warm and squishy inside? I'm pretty sure she's crust all the way through.
Oh. I've never actually done this.
I test every product myself to assure maximum customer satisfaction. If you doubt it, I can show you my lower back rash. No rubberneck.
Catherine said you can give me an ID cartridge for the CMP factory?
Not so fast. The biometric IDs are special goods, only on offer to special clients. You cotton?
Flex, check the list again. I think the fact that Catherine Malin sent me for it makes me special enough.
She needs it for a job? Well, why didn't you say so? Reckoned you asked her where to best procure one, and she obligingly pointed you my way. Give me a jiffy to break. I mean, calibrate the ID. This goes like that. Nope, not quite right. A bit to the left, mayhaps. That'll do it. For a CMP factory line worker, she sure is a beauty. Careful. I'm trusting you to guard this specialty good with your life. I mean it. Lose the ID and you don't get another. Also, you'll be off my list of unwholesome customers. Will that be all, or do you require something to say, scratch your itch?
Thanks. Yeah, I had no idea you could do that. I usually sneak into the factory. There's a bathroom, like right at the start, that you can slip into, and there's a guard just on the toilet in full armor. You kill him, take his ID. That's usually how I go about it.
Now is not a good time. It's important. Try again tomorrow. Now is not a good time.
Is anyone looking at me here?
Always imagined Fallbrook would be...
cleaner, fancier, stocked with better booze.
cheaper. I've emptied 14-bit carts in the last 2 hours.
That's because you've got a terrible tell. Whenever you're lying, your right eye twitches like mad.
It most certainly does not.
I wouldn't steer you wrong, friend. See? There it goes again.
I gotta wrap this up soon. We're almost to the end of this. Just a few more places. Take that. I like how we technically own all this. This is our room now. Which doesn't mean anything because we're never going to like come back here or do anything with this room, but it's our room.
So pretty.
Can I help you? Don't think we've spoken before. I would remember. You look, well, I wouldn't forget what you're wearing, no.
Why would we have spoken before?
Most of the freshies spend their first night in the saloon. Fresh to Fallbrook, I mean. Me? I've been here going on 3 days now. I'm real friendly. Figure I've talked up everyone in town by now. But not you yet.
Seems it's your lucky day.
Every day I've been here has been my lucky day. Never won so much in my whole life. Aside from a close call during my wilderness hike, it's been a grand adventure. I'm dreadful blessed that Captain Criley hired me onto the crew.
Close call?
You heard that right. Wilderness almost got me pushing up daisies. If I wasn't so fleet-footed, I never would have escaped them Raptidons, then Marauders, and then that Manta Queen alive. To outrun him, I had to ditch my bag. All the bit cards from my winnings were weighing it down. A shame, because it was my favorite gun tote.
How'd you wind up in Fallbrook?
Well, Captain Criley wanted to take a pit stop. I'm the hired security, see? They pay me to guard the cargo, but right now the hull's empty. It's my first shore leave with the crew, and my maiden voyage before that. I can tell you it's been a real hoot.
What crew did you say you were stationed with?
You wouldn't have heard of them. They're just a small pot of smugglers. Kept getting their spoils stolen when they went to fence them. So they hired on a merc. They didn't mind my being so talkative, or them being my first protection gig. Captain Criley, he does ask me to shut it sometimes. In fact, I probably shouldn't be flapping my gums about his crew at all.
I've never talked to this lady before. Any survival tips?
Captain warned us to take care around Devil's Peak. The bigger beasties tend to roam the slopes there. Mid-morning, I thought I'd try Fallbrook's self-guided wilderness hike, the one that leads up around the mountain. Safe enough, else they wouldn't advertise, right? Wrong. Scarcely made it back in one piece.
I'm looking for Devil's Peak.
Look for the horns and you can't miss it. Even I saw them when we flew overhead.
Horns?
Massive curved stone peaks if you want to get technical. They're part of the mountain terrain.
That's all for now.
Right then. Very well. Then
Oh, that's it. I was expecting, like, one of those little odd job quests to go find her bag. Nope. What? Did that actually hit me? God damn it. It did give me a permanent concussion though, so that's good. Yeah, just some free shit hiding in a corner. None of it's like super useful, but hey. Alright, I really gotta wrap this up, so let me just head on over here. This is the landing pad I was talking about. And next time we'll pick up from here. Never gonna use that. I'll do all my weapon modding and stuff off stream. Just gotta deck out our new sniper. I may as well just leave this open then. But for now, I will see you guys later. I guess Monarch won't take as long as I thought, because next time, like, we've done all of the, like, meeting everyone. Next time's gonna be a lot of combat. Well, we'll see. There's always tons of talking, but yeah, we'll probably just zip back and forth and do all the quests. I'd say like 2 more streams, 1 for side quests and then 1 for actually finally getting to the main story on Monarch. There's still a lot more after that. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna head out. And I'll see you when I see you. Have a good night. Stay fresh.